Alex, Badibunka, Balarangs, Jaliba Kuyate, and many more Gambian artists live. Gala Dinner, 24th January 2014. Benjamin Hall, Paradise Suite Hotel, come early, dine early. Platinum tables, 50,000. Diamond tables, 40,000. Gold tables, 30,000. Individuals, 1,500. 25th, dance at Birkama Joko, Birkama Kolal Pare, APRC Combo Not Canale, Al Wuli Al Nieta. Tiketo, $300 is flat Doronum, Aliake APRC, Yakali, Natanu. 26th, Grand Soiree, Benjamin Hall, Ali Minded Setsima Group, the new look. $300 is flat, VIP, $750 is. Niko APRC, Combo Notin Call Alfinti, Mokana to come. APRC, Gambiano Alfinti, Mokana to come. APRC, Combo Not Youth Executive, Andakan, Alium Baider, Jaliba Kate, Sejoban, a Gambian artist, Bukendes.
Welcome back, and let's now shift our attention to the international scene. The newly elected interim president of the Central African Republic has outlined her priorities, promising to open talks with members of the disbanded Salika coalition and the rival Christian militia. In the capital, Bangui, meanwhile, French troops are struggling to control youths, trying to revenge on Muslims they accuse of targeting Christians. We have more in the CFI report.
In the Central African Republic remain high despite the election of a new transition president. Young people in the capital Bangui have set up blockades. They accuse former rebels of continuing to attack the civilian population, and they are threatening reprisals.
They've been attacking us since yesterday evening until now. They keep coming at us. We're not letting them get away with it. This is our country. Where do you want us to go? This is our home.
Ending violence on the part of the former ruling Seleka movement and their rivals, the anti-Balaka, is a priority for the Central African Republic's leader.
I want to meet these armed groups and hear what they have to say. If they took up arms, they must have their reasons. So we have to hear their demands and analyze if they are realistic or not. We will do what can be done, and I will explain what can't be done.
The president is capitalizing on her popularity to bring calm and promote dialogue. She wants to start talks with ex-fighters from the Seleka rebellion.
She has our military and political support. We are coordinating with our combatants all over the country, in the different provinces in the country, telling them to remain calm and to maintain their positions.
Seleka fighters who lost ground when the Central African Republic's first Muslim president, Michel Chododia, was forced to leave power, want another Muslim to replace him. The answer to their demands could come when the new president is sworn in on Thursday.
The warring parties in Syria, alongside delegates from the US, Russia and European Union, have started preliminary discussions on the ways of ending the three-year conflict. Heated exchanges between the US Secretary of State and Syria's Foreign Minister over President Bashar al-Assad's role in a transition government dominated day one of the Montreux talks. We have more in the CFI report.
The Swiss town of Montreux, in this peaceful setting under surveillance, that the Geneva II conference opened on Wednesday. It took 1.5 years of negotiations to organize the second international meeting on the deadly conflict in Syria. Although the essential part of the conference takes place on Friday, according to Ban Ki-moon, the first contact among Western powers, Arabs, Russians and the Chinese, began by a call to take advantage of the occasion to put an end to the Syrian people's suffering. Talks will be neither simple nor rapid, says the Russian foreign minister, but they should be in line with what was decided during Geneva I, according to his US counterpart.
To make concluding remarks. Mutual consent, which is what has brought us here, for a transition government means that that government cannot be formed with someone that is objected to by one side or the other. That means that Bashar Assad will not be part of that transition government.
Dismissing the idea that his president may step down, Syrian Foreign Minister Walid al-Mualem made a long speech against the opposition delegates. He accused them of having blood on their hands and committing atrocities to carry out the Wahhabi terrorist plot, Wahhabi meaning Saudi here, with backing from the West. For his part, the leader of the opposition National Coalition denounced Bashar al-Assad's war crimes and called for the application of the meeting's agenda. All of Assad's powers should be transferred, including the executive, the military and the investigative power, and this would be the first building block of a new Syria. Hailing the opposition's courage, the French foreign minister wanted to be pragmatic. He asked for an immediate ceasefire and the opening of a humanitarian corridor to help the civilians. The chance of his call being heard is equal to the chance of this conference being successful.
We now take our second break. Welcome back, and over now to sports. Newtown United were over the weekend crowned champions of the Brikama Nawetan football season. Suleiman Saho's first half strike was enough to hand Newtown the league title. Mohamed S. Jallo watched the thrilling final for Grts and he now reports.
Capacity as thousands of spectators came out to witness the climax of the Brikama Nawetan football season. Competing for the league title, Brikama football's biggest prize are two teams with the best fan base. The two sides, Newtown United and Amasa Football Club, aiming to be crowned champions of Brikama, are facing each other for the second time after the first encounter between the two sides ended in a 1-1 stalemate, resulting in this replay. But this time around, there must be a winner, whether in the game or in penalty shootouts. Both sides prepared very well for the replay and had a go at each other from the first whistle. It was a very competitive affair, end-to-end stuff, with the two teams desperate to score. Chances were created at both ends, but the breakthrough came just past the half-hour mark. Newtown Suleiman Saho scored a 40-yard screamer to give his side the lead. What a stunning strike that was from the midfielder, perhaps a contender for the goal of the season. The layoff was brilliant. The power and precision to drive the ball into the top corner of the net is absolutely amazing. Just have another look at that once again. A wonderful strike, and the Amasa goalkeeper was left with no chance. That was a goal of the highest quality, and the Newtown fans erupted into wild celebrations. Newtown went into the break the happier of the two sides, leading by a 0-0. The second period was the same story, with both sides playing with real purpose and intent. Amasa came out on the offensive, but failed to score. Newtown held on to win 1-0, crowning them champions of Brikama, much to the delight of their coach. Just like his coach, Kaba Job, who finished as the tournament's top scorer, banging in 8 goals, was equally delighted to help his side win the title. But the hero of the day was Suleiman Saho, scorer of the winning goal, a goal worth of winning the title. The newly crowned champions received $40,000 and the late Mr. Balde Memorial Trophy, bringing down the curtains on nearly 5 months of football fiesta in Brikama. Mohamed S. Jallo, Grts Sports.
Well, Well, congratulations to Newtown United. And before we end this edition of the news, a recap of our headline-making stories. Gambia is mourning the passing of His Grace, Dr. S. Taliwa Ethelbert Villa Johnson, Bishop of the Gambia, first Gambian Archbishop and 9th Primate of the province of West Africa, who died on